The US Defense Secretary has reaffirmed his country's commitment to NATO in a move likely to reassure Baltic and East European allies in the wake of Russia's military intervention in Ukraine. Ash Carter praised America's response to the Kremlin.
Thank you all for being here. I described the new U.S. strategic approach to aggressive and threatening behavior by Russia, an approach that is both strong and balanced, and in which commitment to the NATO alliance is a critical part.
Carter has been on a tour of European NATO allies, visiting US troops earlier this week in Berlin, where he said America would contribute special operations forces, intelligence and other high-end military assets to a new NATO rapid response force. Russia's support for militants in East Ukraine has led Carter to accuse Moscow of trying to recreate a Soviet-era sphere of influence. NATO, meanwhile, has stepped up its presence in Eastern Europe. The head of the military alliance says that the threat from the Kremlin persists.
The conflict in Ukraine has already cost over 6,000 lives. Ceasefire violations persist, and there is still a risk of a return to heavy fighting. Russia continues to support the separatists with training, weapons and soldiers, and it has a large number of forces stationed on its border with Ukraine.
Stoltenberg's comments came after the Ukrainian military accused insurgents in East Ukraine of conducting long-range artillery attacks on villages and said that one of its servicemen had been killed and 12 others wounded in a fresh round of clashes.